Welcome back to the scruffiest, the wompiest, the rattiest cantina. The lights are dimly lit. There's a rifle on the table that may or may not work. There's a womp rat skittering around. A tiny little man repairing the questionable jukebox in the corner, and a little bit of jizz playing in the background. I'm joined by Steve and Chris, and his I Cole. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Do you like my introductions like that? Really sets the
Yeah, I
mood.
like that. That's cool.
Okay, I don't want to talk about the specifics of the movie. I just want to give my normally I'm the hater. I love to shit on Disney. I love to give a hard time. I watched the Mando movie this week. All I will say, it was really good. I enjoyed it. It was very safe. I had very little complaints. Like coming out of the theater with my girlfriend, like I was very concerned going into the theater that it was going to suck, and coming out I went, "Oh, that was lovely." I do have a couple actually moments, but other than that, really good movie. Just wanted to give that shout out. If you're thinking about going to see it, I actually do recommend it. And Chris, I think you liked it as well, right?
Yeah, I liked it. I know there's lots of bad reviews out there. I feel like everyone hates on stuff these days, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those people that says, if you like Star Wars, if you like The Mandalorian, if you like Grogu, just go see it. Everyone should form their own opinion instead of, following the masses. I enjoyed it as well. I can see why some people had feelings, but no, go see it. It was good. It was a good time, and at the end of the day, movies are about having a good time. Stop psychoanalyzing things.
There's a lot to the whole YouTube algorithm thing where videos that shit on stuff usually do better than videos that praise stuff. So,
Yes,
um, I don't really take a lot of those reviews to heart anymore.
agreed.
I really don't see I really didn't get get the hate. Like I walked out of that going, wow, that was lovely. Like I had a really good time. Highly recommend it. That's all I wanted to do. A quick plug. Like if you're just on the fence about whether or not going to see it, I was a big
I
fan.
I will interject and just say that I think one of the biggest complaints I've seen is that it was just like several episodes joined together, and I wouldn't agree with that, but I can kind of see it had a weird flow in my opinion, where the big formula with lots of movies is like there's a clear beginning, a clear middle, and then a clear ending. And I will say that to me, I think it had a weird flow, but it didn't bother me. Yes, they played it safe, but it just didn't have that clear beginning, middle, end, and I don't see anything wrong with that.
I agree. Both with the fact that the middle was a little flowy. Like I was like, oh, we're about to wrap up, and then there was a little bit more time. The
Yeah,
one thing I will say, the reason it feels that way is because it was a full season. Like the original script they had was for season 4 of The Mandalorian, and then they chopped it down into the movie. So that might explain it away a little bit. But I do agree that the flow was a little odd, but overall, I enjoyed it.
agreed.
So Steve, you recently played in a planetary qualifier. You big competitive man, you. How did that go?
Yeah, Tyler W and I went to Falls Church, and it could have gone better for both of us. Um, we saw a lot of stuff that we did not expect to see. Um, we were Tyler and I were kind of canvassing, scouting out the scene prior to sitting, and we caught glimpses of some spicy brews. We saw a intro to Hoth Vader. We saw a
I'm sorry, you saw an
um,
intro to Hoth Vader?
as well as an intro to Hoth Leia. Um, we saw some wild pics, and I was telling him going in, I told him, I said, I don't really want to see control. I have not practiced the mirror hardly at all. I said, I really just wouldn't, I want to see OBs, and I want to see like Vader yellows and aggro. I don't want to see anything control. And my first round opponent was playing Aura Seeing Data Vault. And
Ooh.
he had a much better understanding of the matchup. Game one, I just bum rushed him, and I was able to just like keep him on the back heel, and was able to win game one. And game 2, I tried to do it again, but he was ready for it, and he shut me down pretty hard. And then game 3, I kept a bad hand, and it didn't go well. So uh, Tyler W and I, we both lost our round ones, and Tyler was joking. He's like, "Well, I guess we're going to be playing against one of these brews or something." So round 2, I get paired up against Intro to Hoth Vader, Data Vault. And
Fascinating.
I'm sitting against this guy. He's a young guy. He's like he told me he wanted to come in with something that nobody was expecting. And let me tell you something. That intro to Darth Vader at one point, he flipped it. He put a sudden veracity on it, a battle fury, and then he aggressive negotiations. It was like over 11 damage. He beat me game 1. And at one point, I said there to myself, I said, I have to win this, or Tyler is not gonna. He's gonna dog me the whole. It's a
He's gonna
2 hour
dog
ride
me the
home.
whole ride home for losing the intro to Hoth Vader.
I locked in, and game two, he managed to get a Devastator with a Battle Fury, and then that Scimitar thing that when it's damaged, it gets +3 or whatever. And he had an upgrade on that. And somehow I was able, through the grace of Purgle King himself, was able to like keep him tapped down long enough to get enough damage to kill him. And then game 3, I kind of just ran him over. I don't think he drew very well, but I was very impressed with Intro to Hoth Vader. Not saying it's good, but I was impressed by his build. It was either like you have the removal, or I'm just gonna make this like 30 something and just smash you in the face with it. Um, and then round 3, I got paired up against Boba Blue, um, from JTL Boba, and that was interesting. He had like kind of a control build where he was using indirect damage to kind of like pick away at you and then drop devastators and stuff. I managed to win that one 2-0. He was a nice guy. He actually drove from North Carolina.
Wow.
I felt really bad about it because after losing to that meant he was kind of out of it, and he's like, I guess I'll just go back to the hotel room. So I felt kind of bad about that. Um, and then I went into a match against it's Napoleon of the West. His name is Josh. He plays in all these PQs in the area. He's a really really good. He played Kira Datavolt when I was playing Kira Datavolt, and we always had to play each other. And he was on Dedra Colossus, and he beat me 2-0. And at the end of it, he kind of showed me how to beat Dedra. It was cool because like I said last time on the podcast that I really wish I had more reps into it, and he kind of laid it out where it was like, basically the way Aura beats Dedra is they have 10 more cards in their deck, and you have more removal than they have win conditions. So basically, you just keep every bit of removal and just remove any ships they play, and they don't have enough damage to kill you, and they just deck out. So I wish I had known that going into the tournament. I tried to an aggro play that did not work out. um, and then my final opponent was playing Vel Sartha Yellow, and I had no idea what the heck he was playing. I've played the gentleman before. He was actually playing Luke, set 1 Luke last time I played him, and he was kind of doing the same kind of grindy green, blue, sorry, yellow, blue. Yeah, it was a very interesting deck. It was very good, but he had some spicy stuff in there, and he beat me largely because I just did not know what to expect. I mean, he started out really aggressive, and then it kind of led into a Liberty at one point, and just I wish I had played better. But at the end of the day, Tyler and I both ended up 2-3. We dropped, and then we got very expensive, greasy cheeseburgers from across the street that were delicious.
Yummy.
So yeah.
What promos did you guys get?
They were benthic 2 tubes.
Oh, that's fun. The red green one.
Yeah, they were pretty cool. Yeah, the venue was packed. I mean, Mo the Monster was there, and I caught a glimpse of him at one point, but it was like you couldn't really see who all was there because it was just so many people packed into this little place. They had split it into 2 different parts of the store where like the back half of the store was all comic books and stuff, and that's where all the losers sat. and I sat there most of the tournament. And
Mhm.
then everybody winning was in the other half where the actually card playing stuff was going on. So it was kind of funny the way they had it all set up. And they had one bathroom that we all fought
Yikes.
in a gladiatorial match to have the rights to pee.
The game seems to be quite back. Like a lot of tournaments are getting big.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks. Any other tips, Steve?
Yeah, just play what you know at this point. I mean, the meta is wide open. I know everybody was talking about how Lando Country is like the best. Maybe it is, but I feel like if you know your deck better than they do, you're probably gonna win. I mean, we've seen Dryden, Blue, Force doing well. We've seen, I mean, I could list like 30 different decks right now that are making top eights. I mean, just play what you know and play what's fun.
Makes sense to me. That's why I tried making myself play the 28 HP base on Obi-Wan because I know it's objectively better, and I just did much, much worse with it because I knew how to play the 25 the best. So I doubled down on that. Well, boys, there's a lot, and I mean a lot, of things to be excited for in Ashes of the Empire. However, I want to ask a question real quick. I've got 3 cards pulled up that we've had that are spoilers, and I have a particular question. Do you guys think they thought that Aura wasn't going to be as prevalent as she is? Because there's like 3 cards to me that just seem awful with given the current kind of meta, and maybe it's because we have that meta, and it's not just in person. I've seen it all over Carabas with Aura. Green Leader is the first one. It's a 3/1 for a 2 drop. Aura kills that on turn 1. The which I mean, but then it has a when defeated ability. But if you have nothing else on the, or if there's nothing on the field for her like to damage, that's kind of just throwaway. Shin Hadi's Fiend Fighter, I had the same thought about. It's a 3/1, and when defeated, you may give 2 advantage tokens to a unit. If this unit wasn't defeated by combat damage, you may give 3 advantage tokens to that unit instead. Once again, not really prevalent if there's nothing else on the board that you got because you only played it for the turn 1. And then finally, the Protectorate Fighter, which is a 3-drop 2/1. But yeah, I thought that was a little weird. It's weird to me whenever I see something with just 1 HP at this point because I just immediately say it's bad in my head. Anyone else have that thought?
It's good as long as you're not playing Aura.
Literally.
It's kind of how that droid. My daughter's been playing Dedra Blue, and we've been teaching her like. Yeah, I've been showing her different cards, and she likes the droid, the 2/1 with a shield sentinel. And we were practicing, and I just killed it with my leader. And she goes, "Oh, this card is terrible." I said, "Well, it's great as long as I'm not playing this leader."
Yeah, I
I mean,
guess maybe. I'm just so used to that matchup. Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think a lot of the smaller drops are coming out with, kind of unbalanced, higher power but lower HP, and I think sometimes it's a fine trade-off now when you factor in those win defeated abilities. So it's kind of like it, I don't know, kind of counters the control aspect. I mean, can't think of the name of that card, but the red unit where when he's defeated, you automatically get a spy token that's readied. I mean, that just
Yeah, Karis
totally,
Nemec. Yeah.
yes. I mean, that just totally, it was like, okay, fine, defeat it, but I'm gonna get that spy token ready and go in for 2 damage. And if you can swing with him first, I mean, it totally set everything off and made everything. It's like, okay, fine, I don't even care. I want you to defeat him. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it can just now that they're adding in when defeated abilities there, it can make everything worth the while as long as it's not your turn 1 play and automatically gets defeated. That's the the crutch there.
I see your points.
What
Maybe I'm
spoilers?
just a hater. Oh, go ahead,
What
Steve.
spoilers get you excited? Cool.
There's a couple that really get me going, Steve. So let me talk about the one that I saw that's going to instantly go into my deck. Dude, the home one being an uncommon 8-drop 7/10 Sentinel. When played, heal all damage from each friendly unit is insane for an uncommon. Like, that's just nuts. It's going right into my Obi-Wan deck. And a 7/10 Sentinel with the space matchups right now is just nuts. I saw this and I went, that's an uncommon. This is also going to be really good and limited if you get to that 8 drop.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a limited bomb. I
And
like
then,
the.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I got a couple. I'm sorry if you don't mind me just going off for a second. So, I already jerked off the movie. Now I'm going to jerk off the characters themselves. We got the Mandalorian revealed and Grogu this week. Let me set up a play line for you guys that's absolutely insane. So Mandalorian is on his leader side. When you take the initiative, you can pay 1 if you do draw a card. All right, neat. That's not bad. Whatever. On his backside, he's a 6 drop with support, which means when you deploy this leader, you may attack with another unit. It gains this unit's other abilities for this attack. On attack, if you have the initiative, you may draw a card. So that's pretty cool, right? And then we've got Grogu, 3 drop, 2/6. When you take the initiative, you may attack with a unit. Let me set up the board for you. It's your flip turn. You've got Grogu on the board. You've got Zeton Maj on the board as well, who is a 4 drop 4/4. When you take the initiative, you deal 2 damage to a base, right? You flip Mando. Oh, and you have just something, I don't know. Let's call it some spaceship, right? You have something in space. I can't think of a good 4 drop in red right now because I'm not a good player. But my point stands. You know what? We'll take an inspiration from the new set, right? We'll take Bo-Katan's Gauntlet, which is a 5 drop. You got those 3 things on the board, okay? You're going to play Mando. And as Mando comes out, you can also play Cinta Kaz for 6. Now, you can use Mando to attack with Bo-Katan's Gauntlet, which then gives it's a 5/4. It also restores 1. You also get the initiative. If you have the initiative, you draw a card. So you're going to do all those things. Then you're going to play Cinta Kaz and attack with Grogu, right? And then you're going to go into your next action where you're going to attack with Mando, and then you're going to claim afterwards, and using Zeton Maj, you do 2 damage, and you get to attack with Grogu, or we get to use Grogu to attack with Zeton. You have now done 7 actions in 3 turns.
Yeah, they got a lot of action compression in this set. I'm a little worried, but excited at the same time.
I can't wait to see it. It's like I said, you're doing 7 actions in 3 turns, which is just insane. And then there was one last one. I'm so sorry. This week has been really exciting for me. The T6 shuttle 1974 is a 2/6 with Sentinel. Action, give another unit +2/+2 for this phase, and then you may attack with that unit. This is just a different kind of Bright Hope, and I love it. Same stat line as Bright Hope for a 4 drop. I don't get the card draw, but I get an attack ability. That's cool. Thank you very much, Steve.
I want to make a note of a card that, and it is going to be a controversial opinion, but Eye of Scion is a 7-cost 5/8 that says has an action tap. Search the top 8 cards of your deck for a unit that costs the same or less than this unit's power. Played for free. It enters play ready. Very, very good ability. I'm not saying it's a bad ability, but I am saying that I think this card may be a little overhyped just because it's 7 cost. When it comes out, it doesn't do anything immediately. Then, when you untap with it, you're tapping it to search the top 8 cards of your deck that cost the same. So it's going to get something that costs 5 or less, which if it gets a 5 drop, that's cool. It is going 8 deep, so it's a good chance it might get an 8. But my point is like, I want to be playing, when I get to 7, I want to be playing my 8s, my 9s, my 10s. I mean, this does, it costs you a card. It's not free. So I just don't, I think it's good, but I think people are like saying this is the next Triple Dark Ray, like this is insane, this is going to be banned. I don't think it's going to be that good.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like a 1 or 2 of, but do I want to tap this and get, a 3 drop? Like, cool. But it's not going to be something super broken. I think it's good. I just don't, I think people have really overvalued it a lot.
I guess maybe it's going to be really easy to put advantage tokens on it. Is my only thought to power it up. But
Yeah,
I
you
hear
could put
exactly what you're
advantage
saying.
tokens on it.
But
Yeah.
exactly, one direct hit, it's gone. Like, I hear you.
There is a cost for having to set it up. Like you had to spend 7 resources for nothing to happen, and then they had to not mess with it, and then the following turn you don't even get to really get any attacks with it. You have to then spend another action to search the top 8 for hopefully a good card. That card comes in ready. Then you spend another action to do something with that card. So it's very action intensive for a 5 or less cost unit.
Yeah. Guys, it's a transport. Rio Durant loves this card.
Oh, yeah, it's broken. Broken then.
Now it's broken. Broken combo. Rio
Now it's
Durant,
now
greatest
it's
leader.
yeah. No, yep. Gotta ban him.
But yeah, Steve, what cards do get you excited?
So I kind of like Bo-Katan Kryze.
Mm-hmm.
While you control another Mandalorian unit, she gains raid 2, and she's a 2/4 for 2. Um, I think this is going to be really, really good with the fact that we have all these Mandalorians floating around. You can get on turn 2, a 4 power attacker, which is not unheard of, but it is kind of rare. Um, And then The Great Mothers is one that I'm pretty excited about. That one got me really hype because I'm an Aura Data Vault main person. Um, 6/7 for 7 is fine, but when it enters, it has support, and the support keyword says when an attack ends, if a unit dealt combat damage to a non-leader unit, you can defeat those units. So it's kind of like she gives little stuff death touch as long as they can survive, which is kind of cool.
Especially with so many big butt units coming. I think it's very doable.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially
we
like
got
when
a
there's
lot
a
of
7
units
drop.
that are sticking around. And I want to make one shout out to Grand Admiral Thrawn, the 8 drop that they put out. It's a 5/8
Nice.
restore 2 when it flips. When I first read this card, I kind of thought it was awful. And then when I started like actually thinking about it, and the more I read it, the more I thought this actually might be pretty good. So I think this might be something that I might want to try out next set. Try to make it work.
Anything else?
Um, no, that was pretty much. I mean, I was pretty hype all week,
Yeah.
but those are the ones
Sweet.
that stood out to me.
Chris, how about you?
Um, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the new abilities, so I'm not sure yet what I'm super, super excited about. Of course, I'm always happy to see more Spectre units, especially as Eternal seems to be picking up more steam. Um, um, but I do think that Spectre will pick up some more steam, and I think that Hera will be super cool and Eternal with support coming out and the Spectre units, the new Ezra having support, so I can just, all of the Spectre units usually have abilities, so Ezra coming out and being able to use support and pick up an ability, and I love his artwork and his prestige card, so I'm excited about him. I like the new Zeb card, and I really enjoyed Zeb in the movie, so that just put some icing on the cake for me. I Ahsoka's one of my favorite characters, so as always, I'm gonna be trying to make her work in a deck, I'm sure. But we'll see how that goes. I usually never have luck with making her work for anything, so
This one seems like the best one out of all the ones we've
Yeah,
seen so far, though. Because the other Ahsoka's kind of coordinate. Legends of the
yeah.
Force one. The units have always been pretty good. The leaders are bad. This one seems like the most doable leader so far.
yeah, definitely. When I saw this, the first thing I thought was, "Thank God they finally gave Chris a good Ahsoka."
Yeah, literally.
We'll see.
I mean, it's the best so far. It's the best.
Yeah. I mean, The Mandalorian looks really good, but as always, I try not to go towards, I like to be off the beaten path, which never serves me well. But it's what I do.
uh,
So, that the home one, that just looks, I'm excited to have
is
another home one. And that just looks really good, a 710, and heal all the damage from all your um, all your friendly units. That's in a Sentinel. I mean, that's just, if you ramp up a little bit and get that out, that just looks really good to me. I'm also very excited that they're doing lots of Mandalorian cards here, and tokens that just I knew that you would be super excited about that, Cole, and
Very happy.
uh, I'm sure that you will be having a Mando Eternal deck coming out super soon. I
It's
knew that
coming.
would tickle you. So yeah, we'll those are my highlights for me personally, and
What
the artwork in
what
general.
leaders? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying the artwork. I'm loving all the artwork I'm seeing.
Yeah, me too. Do you what leaders do you guys think that will get the set?
All right, Ashes of the Empire, right?
Because I've got a couple of spicy ones.
Yeah, you go first. While I think.
So for my unspicy one, I think we're gonna get a Balin Skull leader.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Um, I think that he, when I think of leaders and like main characters, like he is kind of like a main character in the Ahsoka show. Um, and Thrawn got one, so I don't know. I just feel like he would make sense. And then I have my spicy pick. I think Prince Shizor could be a cool leader.
Dude, that would be sick. Is he? He is still canon, barely, but he's canon.
Barely, yeah.
Yeah. The Black Sun. Um, I could see some Imperial warlords. I could see us getting a Moff Gideon.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a good pick.
or maybe the guy from the Mandalorian movie. I won't say, but there's an Imperial commander in the Mandalorian movie. I could see that happening. Dude,
Oh,
I got a weird
we're
one.
definitely getting a. Oh, go
No,
for
you
it.
go. You go. I'll say my weird
Oh,
one.
I was just gonna definitely say we're definitely gonna get a Bo-Katan. I don't think there's any
Oh, I
question of
don't even
that.
know how I didn't think about that one. I was gonna
Yeah,
say. Sorry, Chris.
I was just saying I agree.
Pelimoto. Give me like a weird droid, like some kind of
What?
weird. I know. Wouldn't that be odd? We're going spicy weird
It would
stuff. I
be
don't think that'll
that
happen,
would
but
be
weird.
weird. That'd be weird.
No, but I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I wouldn't put it
Bo
past
Katan.
them.
Bo
Sly Moore
Katan as
has
the
a
hero.
leader.
Yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes, Pelimoto. Go ahead, Steve.
No, I was gonna say I wouldn't put it past him. Sly Moore has a unit and a leader card. What the hell is that?
I can't believe they did that. Whatever. Chris, any guesses as to what we would do or we would see for leaders?
Definitely agree with Bo-Katan. I mean, they're leading. We're gonna have Mandalorian token units, so I could see them totally leaning heavy into the Mandalorian and Mando type leaders. Um, uh, I would be interested in I don't know, like we've seen a Cobb Vanth unit spoiled, but I would like, he was the sheriff. So I would think it would be cool if we could get a leader from him, give him some more love, but I don't know how, likely that is. Um, I'm like, I would like to, I would find it interesting. Again, don't know how likely it is, but what if we got, I can't remember her name, but Sigourney Weaver's character
Yeah, I'm just gonna call her
from,
Blue Leader. I know who you're
yeah, there we
talking about.
because she's the what was she, an admiral?
Yeah, she
I'm
goes all the
just
way
trying.
back to Rogue One.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of more,
Well,
new like
I'll
lead.
tell you a character that we need. We have not had enough love for. It's about time that we got a Boba Fett leader.
Huh. Oh, I got one last one before we wrap up on this segment. We saw a Neil card, right? I'm not saying Neil, but Jod. I could totally see a
Yeah,
Jod leader,
I
like
could
him
too.
being a double aspect, no heroism, no villainy card,
Hmm.
right? Maybe.
What if he's just neutral? He has no color.
Yeah, kind of like DJ, kind of like Saw. Oh, neutral with no color would be even funnier. You have to pay him to have a color. You pay 1 credit, get a color.
Oh, cooking.
But yeah, that'd be a funny one. Jod would be a funny one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited for this set. I was a hater. And the other day I told my girlfriend, "Damn, I'm gonna need at least a carbonate box and a play box, maybe 2. Got to go showcase hunting." And the prestige art looks good too. But yeah, do you guys want to play Name That Card?
What's
Do
that
it.
card?
I know Tyler won or did I win last time? I did. Wait a minute.
No, you won. Yeah.
All right. I will find a card. I should have been prepared. That's my fault. All right, gentlemen. I has a card. I am
You
ready when
have
are.
a card. What's the
Uh,
order?
I believe it's gonna be Handsome Steve, then Chris.
I'm getting my little sheet of paper over here.
I'm gonna give you guys 4 questions each because there's just the 2 of you.
Oh, okay. Could be good. All right. Is this an event?
No.
What are the aspects?
Heroism and cunning. So yellow, white.
Is this card frequently played in Lando?
Not in Lando, no.
What set is this from?
Legends of the Force.
And it's yellow. It's yellow heroism. It's not a unit.
No, it's not an event.
Um,
It's not an event.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's not an event. I got you. Is this a ground unit?
Yes, it is.
What is the cost?
7.
Oh.
7. Okay. And it's a ground unit.
I think this is your final question, Steve.
My final question. And Lando doesn't play it.
Not Lando Lake Country.
I don't know. Hyperspace disaster.
No. You have one more question.
Oh, I have one more question. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And this is a ground
And
unit.
it's not hyperspace disaster.
Wow. Yeah, I'm glad I could eliminate that one. What are the traits?
Force, Jedi, Republic.
Oh.
Chris?
Is this card Qui-Gon Jinn?
It is indeed Qui-Gon Jinn.
Lando plays Dad.
Not the blue version. I did say not Lake Country.
I think all of them play him.
Do they?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Pretty sure.
I could be just wrong on this. That's my fault then. I don't remember seeing that. I always remember seeing the Mandalorian.
It's okay. It's kind of a vague question.
You're right. That's my fault. Either way, Chris wins. Thank you for joining
Good
us
job, Chris.
under the Twin Suns. You guys have anything to tell the handsome people?
Thanks for joining.
Don't pay 2. Don't let Dread Jedra Colossus draw.
No, don't let it draw. All right. Well, thank you all
Take
for
50
joining us, and we'll
damage.
see you next time. Bye-bye now.